Which is the best wired lavalier microphone to use with the Rode Wireless Go or the Wireless Go 2 wireless microphone system? I have before me 5 different lav mics ranging in price from $25 US to $130 US. We're gonna go outside and test these mics and see how they compare to the built-in lav mic on the Rode Wireless Go 2. Hello friends and welcome back to the studio. This is Susie with Gemini Connect. If you've been following our channel for a while, then you'll probably know that my partner Martin and I really love the Rode Wireless Go 2 and the original Rode Wireless Go microphone systems. There are a lot of different competitors, but Rode was one of the first brands to make a wireless microphone option that was consumer friendly in terms of usability as well as a price point. It's relatively affordable. And the nice thing about that Rode Wireless Go mic system is that it has a built-in microphone that you can use. But there are some reasons why you may not want to use the built-in mic. Number one, it's really obvious whenever you are wearing it. It's not very easy to hide. And number two, it arguably is not the best microphone quality. Arguably. We're gonna test that theory out today. And so if you don't want to use the built-in mic, there is a 3.5mm mic jack. So you can plug in a wired lav mic and use that one instead. And so before we get started with the test though, let's introduce the 5 wired lavs that we're going to be testing. So all 5 of these lav mics are TRS mics, so they're meant to be used with cameras. So mirrorless cameras, point and shoot cameras, DSLR cameras, any of those will work with these mics. And that's as opposed to a TRRS microphone, which is specific to smartphones. The first microphone option is the Rode Go mic. And this is Rode's official lav mic that they recommend using with the Rode Wireless Go and the Rode Wireless Go 2. It unfortunately is not included in either of those kits, so you do have to purchase it separately. And it's an $80 additional fee, and so it can be considered a little bit steep, so that's why we're going to see how this mic compares to some of our cheaper and even more expensive options. Our next contender is the Deity V-Lav. This is a $55 microphone option, and it's probably most notable for its cable. So I have it bundled up here, but when you unleash it, it is 16 feet or 5 meters long, which is by far the longest cable out of any of these lav mics here. It also has a microprocessor that allows it to be either a TRS or TRRS microphone, meaning it can go between a camera and a smartphone without having to use an adapter. And it's the only microphone here that has that capability. The next microphone is by Saramonic. This one is surprisingly expensive. It's $99, so it's our second most expensive microphone, but it's pretty solid and really curious to see how the sound quality is on the Saramonic. The next mic is the most expensive, and this is a Sennheiser wired lav mic, and it comes in at $130 US. And the final option is a Comica mic. It comes in at $25 US. It's the cheapest of the bunch here, and when I was looking on Amazon for the cheapest wired lav mic, I did note that a lot of the cheap ones were TRRS only, so they were only compatible with smartphones. So when you are looking for cheap wired lav mics, you want to make sure to note again that compatibility if it's TRS or TRRS to make sure that it works with your camera of choice. And the final item I have here is a charging case for the Rode Wireless Go and Wireless Go 2. I have another video deep diving into this case, but suffice to say that if you own the Rode Wireless Go mic system, then I think you absolutely need this case. But with that, let's head out and test these lav mics outside. Alright, this is a baseline sound test with the GoPro Hero 10 internal microphones only, and next we're going to be testing it out with the Media Mod plus the Rode Wireless Go 2 and then a bunch of wired lavalier microphones. Sound test with the GoPro Hero 10 Black internal microphones walking behind the camera. This is what it sounds like. Next we are sound testing with the GoPro Hero 10 Black plus the Media Mod and the Media Mod's internal or built-in microphones. So this is the front mic priority and this is what it sounds like. We also have the windscreen on the Media Mod microphones. You'll notice though that right when I flip the camera around and we still have the front mic on, that the sound quality starts to degrade a little bit. So this is what it sounds like when I'm standing behind the camera. Alright, now with the Hero 10 Black and the Media Mod, I've switched on the back microphones, and this is what it sounds like.
And now we kind of have the opposite problem with those back mics on. Once I flip the camera forward, you can't hear me as well.
So now it's the GoPro Hero 10 Black plus the Media Mod plus the Rode Wireless Go 2. And so I'm using the Rode Wireless Go 2's built-in microphone. You might be able to see it right here. Also with the windscreen on it. And this is the sound quality. And the nice thing about using this microphone is that it is really good for attaching to a subject when they're walking, and it doesn't matter how the camera is oriented. So you can be standing in front of the camera, behind the camera, you can be 10 feet away from the camera, and the audio should still be really even as long as you're using a microphone such as this built-in microphone on the Rode Wireless Go 2. So the very first wired lavalier microphone that we're going to be testing out is the Rode Go Lav Mic. And this is an optional lav mic that you can buy for your Rode Wireless Go or your Wireless Go 2. It unfortunately is not included, and it is a little bit pricey, but part of the reason is that it's higher quality, supposedly, that's what we're trying to find out, as opposed to some of the cheaper wired lavalier microphones. All right, the next wired lavalier microphone that we're going to be testing is this Deity V-Lav microphone. And one of the defining features of it is just how long this wired lavalier cable is. So it's extremely long, which may not be super practical for using on the field, or it may or may not be. It depends, I guess, on your proximity to the camera, but it can also be a nightmare in terms of cable management. All right, the next wired lav is a Saramonic wired lavalier microphone. It's kind of in the middle in terms of price range, but it is a bit on the upper side. But this is what it sounds like in terms of the sound quality when paired with the GoPro Hero 10 and the Rode Wireless Go 2. All right, next up we have our most expensive wired lavalier microphone of the whole bunch, and this is the Sennheiser wired lavalier microphone, and we actually have a plane going kind of overhead right now, so this will be a good test about how well this isolates my voice. I've also got Julian making some noise here, so it's the two of us sound testing this Sennheiser here. And now for our final wired lavalier microphone test. This is the cheapest one of them all. This is a Comica lav mic, and this is the sound quality. This one actually has the biggest physical microphone of them all. It's a little bit more bulbous, so it's going to stand out a bit more when it's clipped to your shirt, but maybe that means it's better audio quality. I don't know, we're going to find out. Okay, so we're back in the studio after our lav mic test outdoors, and I'd like to hear from you guys at this point what you think about all the lav mics that we tested. Which ones do you think performed the best? But as you're listening, please note that it really depends on the quality of your headphones or the speakers that you're listening to. That can really make an impact about how you hear the different audio qualities between these mics. So just take that into account. But for me, this is what I thought. To me, the best performing microphone in terms of audio quality was the Sennheiser. I think that, for $130, you're definitely getting the best audio quality for the lav mics. I think it did a really good job in terms of isolating my voice and blocking out a lot of external noise that was going by, including that plane that flew overhead and some of the cars going by. I think that Sennheiser just was really great in terms of the audio quality. And another great thing about the Sennheiser is that it's one of the only mics here that has a lock on the end. So when you plug this into your camera, or in our case, the Rode Wireless Go 2 transmitter, you can twist this and it just locks the microphone into place so that it doesn't accidentally get knocked off. Next, I think that the Rode Go Lav mic came in second place. The audio quality was really clean and not as good as the Sennheiser, but pretty close, especially for the price point. Something else to note about this Rode Go Lav mic is that it comes with a strangulation hazard warning label. So this lav mic cable is partially made out of Kevlar, so it's extremely strong. And so that suggests that the durability of this mic over time will be extremely good. And it's actually one of the thinnest cables out of all these lav mic options. For third place, I'm gonna give that to the Saramonic lav mic. This one is surprisingly expensive at $99 US, so it's rather pricey, but it actually looks a lot like the Sennheiser in a lot of ways. If you hold them side by side, you might have a really hard time telling them apart. But yeah, this Saramonic I thought also had a really clean audio. The Rode just barely was better, but the Saramonic was pretty good. In fourth place, I'm gonna give that to the Deity. I think that the audio quality was pretty good, but when you stack it up to the Sennheiser, the Saramonic, and the Rode, those other brands just edged out this microphone. But this is still a pretty good option, and one of the only options, in fact, if you need a super long lav mic cable. But this lav mic cable can actually be a little too long. It's really hard to manage it, and I find that I constantly have it tangled or in knots, or I'm tripping over it. So you want to be really careful when you're using this microphone. And for Deity, I would appreciate if you guys offered some kind of cable management system for this lav mic. They do include like a little sticky thing here, like a Velcro cable manager, but this mic is so long that this doesn't really help much. So it'd be nice to have some way to better manage this cable. And in last place is the Comica. I actually thought that for the price of $25, this microphone sounded pretty good. So if you're on a budget and you can't afford the rest of these microphones, which they are pretty expensive, let's get real here, then for a $25 option, this Comica mic is pretty good. And the nice thing as well is that there's a variety of different cable lengths that you can choose from. So this is one of the shortest cable lengths, but if you need one that's as long as the Deity, then you can actually get that for the Comica as well for a slightly higher price, but still really affordable. But anyway, that wraps up my lav mic test. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you agree with my assessment, or would you draw a different conclusion? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.